December 27. The language of the Spirit and the Bride. And the Spirit and the Bride say, Come. Revelation 22, verse 17. Read Romans 8, verse 18 through 27. For we do not know what we should pray for as we ought, and we do not know what we should pray for on New Year's Eve as we ought. But the Spirit Himself makes intercession for us with inexpressible sighings. And the Spirit Himself prays the New Year's Eve prayer for us with inexpressible sighings. And He who searches the hearts knows what the mind of the Spirit is, because He prays for the saints according to the will of God. And He who searches the hearts of those celebrating New Year's Eve knows what the mind of the Spirit is, because He prays for the saints according to the prayer of New Year's Eve. Come, Lord Jesus, come, come. And if we did not know that, we would not dare to open the last page of the Bible at the end of the year. But now we dare not skip that page. Indeed, as far as that last page of the Bible is concerned, do we not have a hard time with it? The Bible concludes with a dialogue. The bridegroom says, I am coming quickly. And then the bride answers, without a transition, spontaneously, instantly, Yes, do that. Come, Lord Jesus. Come, come. When this compendium of the dialogue between the bridegroom and the bride was put on paper, people were not so much inclined yet to make a dramatic play, an entertaining skit of such a dialogue. It was completely serious and fully real, and there was especially a full realization of its meaning. A dramatized dialogue can never be the reality of what was discussed. Yet, here everything is the actual reality itself. There is a bridegroom who says, I am coming. And there is a bride, there is a concrete, very visible, local, and perceptible by the senses bride, who answers concretely, Yes, come, bridegroom. She does not even write that word as an answer in a separate letter, which on its own followed the one sent by him, but spontaneously writes that one phrase on the letter she received from him. Or better yet, an apostle wrote it on behalf of her, and considered thus to be speaking as the actual voice of the church. That which is church within the true church calls out, Yes, come, Lord Jesus. That which is bride in the chosen bride calls out, Yes, come, Lord Jesus. And, said the apostle, there is now the Spirit who calls out the same, and in that calling unites himself with the bride, and in that calling maintains the unity of the bridegroom and the bride. But now I will return to the starting point of this meditation. Do we not actually have a hard time with that last page of the Bible? We have a quick look around the world and think, how bad is the state of Christianity? We measure the voices that are sounded in the world in comparison to the strength that they display. Can we still really distinguish the voice of the bride in the international speaking choirs? We look around in our church and examine our hearts in our own manner, in our private soul laboratory. Do we really call out that Jesus, the Lord, may come? Do we call out for that just as our child calls for bread, just as the bride calls for the bridegroom? We are serious about this, are we not? And that is our difficulty. However, the Spirit is always a matter of faith. We do not see Him, we can only believe Him. That He calls for the great coming is thus also only a matter of faith. Also the church is a matter of faith. We do not see her, we can only believe her. That she calls for the great coming is thus also only a matter of faith. Also that can only be perceived and discerned by faith. Sing Psalm 90, stanza 1.